Hey guys, once again you got Charles Green here from the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania, but I just so happen to be in Clearwater, Florida, hanging out with the fam. It is a beautiful day out here and the perfect place to be when you come to Florida. It's a great beach. The water's pretty calm. It reminds me of the Bahamas, actually, Jamaica somewhere. I love it, okay? But guys, what I want to say is this, right? Remember this, because I saw this quote many years ago, and it stuck with me. It said, whether you think you can or think you can't, you'll be absolutely right. And it's true. You know, when it comes down to being an entrepreneur, okay, it all starts, with mindset. You need to definitely get yourself some mindset training, surround yourself with positive people that's going to keep you motivated, but mainly you got to keep yourself motivated. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep going for it until you start, reaching some of the goals that you're trying to reach. Like me, I've been an entrepreneur all my life, I started off in the military back in 1984. I never forget those infomercials back in the day. Some of you guys remember them, the Carlton Sheets course, right? Remember that infomercial? If you're my age, I'm 53 years old. Those infomercials used to play all the time, every single time. I remember coming home from the NCO club, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that same infomercial used to be on, and I'll just sit there and watch it each and every time. And I was just saying to myself, when I get out, I'm gonna do that. I wanna buy homes with no money down, cash back at closing. And I'll just say that stuff to myself. I'm like 20 years old, 21 years old, something like that back then. And I'd be damned, when I got out the military, not right away, that infomercial was still playing. I got the course, but started going through the information, me and my roommate at the time, and but we ran into an old friend of ours that was already doing it. He was already getting homes with no money down, cash back at closing. So, I was able to skip the red tape. So he helped me get in my first multi-family home. 2 years after that, I had 7 of them. You see how things come to play? So it actually happened. And it all started off years before that, because that's what I was thinking about over the years. That's something I always wanted to do, and that's something that I pursued, right? So I did that for 5 years. You could say that was a great way of being a property manager to the bank, basically. So, that's basically what I was doing, because I already had pulled the money out of the homes, okay? So I ended up letting the homes go eventually. But the main thing that I did learn throughout those years was I needed to get cash, enough money to buy homes, foreclosure homes, distressed properties, fix them up and sell them. Okay, that's the way you want to do it when it comes down to, when you want to play the real estate game, basically. Okay, you want to come to the table with cash money, buy homes for 50 cents on a dollar. That's how you want to do it. You know what I mean? That's where the big money is. I did 6 of those, by the way, in the 90s, okay? And then I got into the stock market. The first piece of stock that I bought was UPS, right? My manager, he pulled me in the office. He asked me, was I interested in buying UPS stock at the time? And I was like, well, I don't know nothing about the stock market, you know what I mean? So, because he knew I was flipping houses and stuff like that, had a little money laying around. So I said, cool. So I bought 1,000 shares. I think this was back in 98. And I came to work the next day with a check for 45 grand, right? And at the time, UPS wasn't public. It was almost like insider trading. You know what I mean? But we wasn't public yet. But a year later, they announced public offering. They gave us a 2-for-1 stock split. I was able to double my money, more than double my money. I took that money as soon as they allowed me to sell. I did. I diversified it. Okay, so that's when the stock market thing started off back then. But fast forward 2005, I get into network marketing. I joined. It was a mortgage company, right? they did loans because I was already knew a little bit about. I knew that was a very lucrative industry, so that caught my attention right there. Being able to write loans for people and make money that way, build a team. So basically, you was getting paid like a mortgage broker. So I really loved that company, and so that everything. It didn't take off right away. It took more than a year before I really started making money with that because you had to build a team and, figure out the ropes and stuff like that. Very exciting. I'll never forget my first big event that I went to in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Resort. It was like 5,000 or 6,000 people there, like-minded people. The energy in the room was crazy. That's when I pretty much got hooked on network marketing. You know what I mean? I remember this guy ended up being one of my mentors. I was part of his organization. He was our executive field chairman at the time. His name was Buck Steffens. I never forget, they had him on the stage. He pretty much gave away $100,000 to charity, right? On top of that, I found out that that blew me away. I was like, wow, he's able to give out $100,000 to charity? He must really be loaded. And this guy, he said, yeah, if you was making $250,000 a month, you probably can do that too. I said, wow, he's making that kind of money? And this is going back in 2005. So I started really paying attention even more so. I knew there was big money in the game. My number was like $30,000 a month at the time, which never happened actually, because the whole industry crashed back then, right? The whole industry crashed, right? And all the loans, we made money. We made a nice amount of money while it was good while it lasted. Okay, it was a great experience. But I think between 2006 and 2007, 2010, all the way through those months right there, that's when the real estate and mortgage industry pretty much died out. It crashed. Okay, all of the subprime lenders that we had at the time, IndyMac, Chevy Chase, Washington Mutual, Wells Fargo, all of those banks, they just stopped loaning out money. You know what I'm saying? They stopped loaning the money out. That means no more money coming in. But I didn't quit the industry. I got into a few other things at the time. And mind you, the whole time I was working at UPS, okay? Working at UPS. I've been with UPS for over 30 years. Okay, so I always had these side hustles, but I always was trying to escape from UPS. Not that UPS wasn't paying me enough money. Okay, UPS always paid me a significant amount of money. It's a 6-figure income. I made as much over $140,000 a year with that company, all the benefits and stuff like that. So, I wasn't about to run away from that, but I was able to keep my wife off the clock the whole time, right? But again, whether you think you can or think you can't, you'll always be right when it comes down to anything that you're trying to do in life. You just got to take it serious, take one step at a time, get the information that you need, and make it happen. That's it, just make it happen. So if you're watching this video right now and you're on my About Me page, right? You can read through my story, finish reading through it. But if you see any links down below, okay, that's something that I'm promoting, okay? And trust me, I did my homework. If I'm in the program, you can rest assured that the company is rock solid. I've been in scam-ass companies before, okay? And you can say I turned over a lot of rocks. So whatever you join, if you're teaming up with me, you can rest assured that the company and the program is rock solid. So just find the link down below somewhere on this page if you're watching this page on my About Me page, okay? Other than that, if you're watching this video on YouTube or something, okay, or Facebook, just click on whatever link I have in the description or ask for more info if you're interested in earning yourself a little extra money from home, all right? With that said, you got Charles Green here from the Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. I'm going to see some of you guys on the inside. Bye for now.